Tim Walz, crazy comment.
Kamala Harris tapping Tim Walz as her VP pick with hopes he can appeal to working class voters with moderate Midwest values. But these comments are already coming back to haunt him.
We saw large, peaceful protests. A society that does not put equity and inclusion at the center of it is certainly going to eventually come to the places where we're at.
This is that catch-22. The more police are there, the more tension it is. The more tension it is, the more chance you have to get things.
Don't ever shy away from our progressive values. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. Just do the damn work.
He talks about this wall. I always say, let me know how high it is. If it's 25 feet, then I'll invest in the 30-foot ladder factory.
You know what? No, he reminds me of Jim J. Bullock for some odd reason. Or a used car salesman at a really dingy old Chevy car lot. That has a brown suit and a yellow tie with mustard stain on it. And he has some Werther's Originals in his pocket and calls little girls over to give them candy. Was that? Hey, you want candy? Come here, neighborly.
It's true. Oh,
why don't you just come into my house and we'll just watch some TV? You can pet me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. You know who reminds me of that comedian, Tim, oh my gosh, from the Carol Burnett show. The one that used to play the character actors who used to come out on the bicycle. Tim, oh God. Somebody help me here. Somebody help
Tim.
Not Tiny Tim. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's see. We have some more people. Happy Tuesday. Oh, Tammy, how are you? How are you? A lot of Dems are going to vote, win for Trump. Aren't going to vote. Oh, I hope you're right. I'm sorry. I read that wrong.
Well, they're all paid.
Join Bad Squad, Letitia.
I don't use Twitter.
She doesn't use Twitter, but speaking of Twitter, if you're watching us on Twitter, please retweet the show. Please, 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 please. Because I don't know why, but it never gets out there. But she is on Twitter, but she just doesn't use it. So
I don't use any of my social media.
Yeah.
Even my TikTok with my 60,000 followers that are dropping every day.
Yeah, well, you better start doing something. And a pocket protector, definitely a pocket protector. Bernie Sanders light. Yep. This man scares me. He's 100% socialist, commie, dangerous. Patty, you are so right. Socialism is neighborly. What a moron. Absolutely. Absolutely. These are the things that need to scare us. We live in America. This could be our vice president, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy. Actually, and you don't think he's going to steamroll over her? Absolutely. She'll drop out for some reason or another, and
or they'll have an affair. She likes older white men.
Really? Oh my God.
She likes older men. No.
Yeah, they're so far left they broke the scale. Mickey, you're right. You're right. This guy is crazy, and people who vote for the Democrat ticket are crazier. Absolutely. Conway, right? Tim Conway. You would think I would remember that since I have the county here in South Carolina. Tim Conway. He reminds me of Tim Conway. Riding out on the bicycle as the old man, and he falls.
He needs
over.
that hat with the spinner on it. And then you can play the one from what is it? What was it? Monty Python. Chasing Kamala to the border to go to it.
Oh, I love our audience. They're so good. All right. I don't know whether something Conzi.
I think they meant Conway. Maybe they.
Oh, maybe. Okay. All right. Everybody knows the. I should have given.
They all have Google and Alexa.
Not Tim Allen, Bobby. Not Tim Allen. Tim Conway. Yeah, I know. He could be our potential president. Yes, and I wouldn't put it past them to do a bait and switch to get her elected, to say she's the first female president. This might be the deal that's made behind the scenes. We know it's not beyond them. Yeah, she needs.
Oh, I think she's pretty.
I think she's beautiful. I do too.
She can't dress.
Yeah. This is the week I celebrate 7 decades of being an American. In all those years, I've never seen anything during presidential election time like this. Martin Lee, happy birthday to you. Everybody buy Martin Lee's books. He's a great author. And none of us have, Martin. That's the problem. None of us
And
have.
then you're going to say, "Take it out of here," because this place sucks.
No. You can't abandon. You can't abandon ship. We have to stay. We have to fight. Camel toe
Our
likes.
ship is wearing a skirt with long nails and a mustache. I don't want to be on the ship.
I'm sorry. We need to stay.
It's
Listen,
not a fun ship.
have you looked at what's going on in the UK right now? And I
don't like the UK either, so don't worry.
Well, the UK is threatening to arrest Americans who say who say offensive things on Facebook.
And they're the same ones, or was that Australia that were arresting parents for not giving the jab to their children? So
yeah,
listen.
well, you know
That's
what
the news says, but we all say the news is fake. Do we know it's true? I'm not going to the UK anyway. I can't. I don't like those accents.
God. McHale's Navy. Yeah, I remember McHale's Navy. Tim Conway was in McHale's Navy. Okay. So, all right. So let's take a look at Minnesota. We could talk over this, Jennifer. So Minnesota is the 5th highest for taxes in the state. 5th highest in the country. Okay, California, Hawaii, New Jersey, Oregon, and then Minnesota. 9.85% are the taxes that you'll pay. This is from H&R Block. So your personal income tax rate is 9.85% if you live in Minnesota. This is Tim Conway's, aka Tim Walz's Minnesota. Now this one is Minnesota is ranked 44th in the nation, 44th for being able for prosperity. Okay, so 44th out of 50. So it's right there at the bottom for prosperity. So
it's like New York now.
It's worse. It's worse than New York because New York's personal tax rate was even lower than Minnesota's.
Well, what are we? 8.8. Are we 8.8? Well, that's sales tax, but isn't it around the same?
Yeah. But that's your personal income tax rate is crazy. All right, and so think about that. This is the guy who is going to fix, right? He's going to be her vice president, her partner, and they're going to fix the economy. His state is 44th for prosperity. That's nuts. And number 5 for the highest tax rate. How are you going to fix the economy? Are you kidding me? And people are now saying that they trust Kamala on the economy more than Donald Trump.
We need to get you into Trump's campaign so that you could start writing his stuff. His son's pretty good at it, but these topics never come up.
I'd love it. But could you see me being anywhere near any politician anymore? On that level. That
Hitler, Schmittler.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about it because Tim Walz has a Hitler problem actually, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Scott Lebato's waiting to get arrested by the UK. Yeah, I saw that. McHale's Navy's still on local channels here. Yeah, some of the old shows are coming back again. They're lining their pockets. They certainly are. He watched his state burn for 4 days. Yes, he did for 4 days. And then he said he didn't want to call in the National Guard because they were a bunch of cooks, 19-year-old cooks. What are they going to do? This is the guy that's cooks. Yeah, they're
like chefs.
Yeah. Then the National Guard were a bunch of 19-year-old
cooks. He was a gym teacher.
Well, he was in the National Guard for 23 years. So he was in Italy.
So he must have been a cook.
Well, he claims to have used weapons of mass destruction in war, but we now found out that he was never in war and that he has stolen valor, that he was claiming a rank higher than the rank that he actually is. So lots of stuff is coming out on Tim Walz. What happens when UK could happen if BJ Harris takes charge? This is why Trump is needed in the White House. And they are going after the Trump supporters. A couple of weeks ago, remember I showed you that huge rally in the UK for Trump, and they were saying that the West needs him and that America has to elect him. Well, this is why, because UK is losing its mind because UK is one of those countries that have let in tons of illegal migrants. Happy birthday, Martin Lee. Something was correct that one of us said, or somebody said. I'm praying for the patriots in the UK going against the socialist regime. We all are. Weekend warrior. Yeah. All right. These idiots need to be well. I'm not going to say that because, listen, they need to be shown the door is what they need to be doing.
The parents just need to swallow there. I said it.
But it's done already. They're here. You can't undo them. They're here.
No, he's talking about the politicians.
I know. Well, you can't undo a politician. It's a living.
Well, did you see what's going on in Randall's Island this week?
What?
So there was rape, there was murder, a couple murders, few shootings. They went in. They're doing surprise visits. Jimmy has his dogs there. They're finding stolen cars. Oh, and by the way, guess whose car was found yesterday?
Yours? Get out.
Mine.
Was it destroyed?
Yes. Yes. Completely destroyed. Stripped down. They want me to pay to get it towed out of the day. I'm like, I'm not even answering your letter. But keep the car. But stolen cars from tax-paying Americans. So they're stealing your cars to bring to Randall's Island to their free housing so that they can live and they can drive, and then they could shoot each other and shoot other civilians. And we're paying for all of it. This is Scarface. It's done. This is Scarface. This is 1981 or 80? 1981. This is what this is in a colder climate. So,
I agree.
And there's every day is a murder now.
Yep. But crime is down. If you talk to Biden and Harris, right, crime is down, and all the Democrats.
Because they don't count the migrants.